Shalom, Kahalo, Yahweh, Bashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Kakodash, double honors to the elder apostles and elder bishops of GMS, including the elders that came before that, have taught us his truth. Shalom and salutations to all the brothers out pushing the word of truth and in sincerity, the hopeful elect tabernacle of David. I'm the brother Yahshua. I'm back with the WW3 Daily update. I'm going to keep this real short because we all know at this time that China is encircling the Taiwan, right? Which goes further to hide what? Okay. Uh, Russia, Ukraine is fizzling out right now. We're going to go into that. We're going to show you. All right. No matter what propaganda is being pushed out as though Russia's losing, they're not. Here's what's going on. Joel 3 and 2. I is the Most High will gather the armies of the world into the valley of Jehoshaphat, Yahweh, God's judgment, the Middle East. All right? So everything else is basically a diversion. Are they firing on each other over there? Yeah. They're playing pity pat. Okay? Because if Russia wanted to, they could bring the fire. Are they doing that? No. They don't want to bring the fire, and their adversaries don't want them to bring the fire, which is why it's just going to calm down. They need a new theater to stir people up. What is the new theater? Let's see. The new theater is, let's get it real quick. Bear with me before we get into some scripts here, some precepts. Okay, so right here, this is today. Okay, is China about to invade Taiwan? Red alert, China is taking Taiwan. So this is the new diversion. All right, why? Diversion from what? From this. I will gather the armies of the world into the valley. It doesn't say, I will gather the armies of the world into the South China Sea. All right? Or, I will gather the armies of the world into Eastern Europe. It doesn't say that. Okay? It says into the Middle East. So what's going on in the Middle East right now? Well, today is the day that they call Easter. What's going on at the Al-Aqsa Mosque right now? That's a question. Okay, let's look into that. Al-Aqsa Mosque today. Attack 2023. Are they holed up in the Al-Aqsa Mosque right now? 3 days ago, right? Dramatic video shows Israeli forces storm the Al-Aqsa Mosque. Where is this at? Why are we being shifted to, in the South China Sea? This is 3 days ago. What about if 3 days ago was Friday when supposedly Yahweh Shai, was buried and he rose again on the third day? 12 hours ago, group of Jewish people tours Jerusalem Al-Aqsa campaign. How did that go on when they're over there fighting? What about them holding up 1 day ago? Okay, so this is Zoom art. Come on. What's really going on over there? 1 day. All right. Here's what's actually going on in the Middle East. Why are they not pushing this? No, they're diverting this. 6 hours. Israel strikes Syria. 6 hours ago? Amid tension in Al-Aqsa Mosque. Judicial reform unrest. See, here's the real story. Okay? This is the real story. Not China encircling Taiwan. Because here's the real story right here. I will gather the armies of the world into the Middle East, not into the South China Sea. So all of this is a diversion. Where is it? Slovakia. Oh, I'm not going to get it. So let's go with the diversion, because this is the real story, which we'll get into tomorrow, 2 days ago. Let's see what happens for the rest of today. All right. And Crux, I don't even trust Crux. Right? They just play a bunch of music and push a bunch of propaganda. Let's find out what's really going on. The truth won't come out until tomorrow, probably. All right, 2 days, 3 days. How about a couple of hours ago? Where's the real information at? Okay, because they are over there fighting. Well, let's see. Muslims hold up. Hold up at. Hold up at. Let's see. You know, we don't have nothing. That should be now. 6 hours. That's the only current thing. Slovakia, bear with me. We're just kind of moving in the spirit. All right, so where is the current events? All right, so they're not showing it. They're expunging it. They got the AI working overtime. All right. So with that being said, let's prove over here in the Ukraine, this thing's coming to an end. What does it say? Ukraine, battlefield Ukraine, the Russian trap. Bakhmut this is the last battle. Are they going to launch their spring offensive and try to go into Crimea? That's going to cause nuclear war. Tactical nukes will be deployed, okay? And that's not what they want. Furthermore, that's not what it says right here, all right? What it says right here is what they're not showing. They're diverting, okay? All right, because I could play you the last bit of Gonzalo Lira. He's like this: watch the Middle East. That's where the real thing. He understands. So let's watch a bit of the Voice of Reason. This is an hour ago. You understand what's going on right now? Battlefield Ukraine, the Russian trap. The Voice of Reason, Military and Foreign Affairs Network.
Good day, everybody, and welcome to another edition of the Military and Foreign Affairs Network. I am your host, the Voice of Reason. Today we are continuing our ongoing coverage of the Russian-Ukrainian war. And before I start, I'd like to bid everyone a happy Easter. Hope everyone is having a pleasant Sunday on this holiday weekend.
That's the Passover. It's not no damn Easter.
So we're starting off today in the area near Bakhmut. And again, as we had talked about yesterday, the Russians continue to clear out Bakhmut of Ukrainian forces. About half of the defensive line that runs along the railway corridor through what is essentially the west center of the city has now been taken by Russian forces. And
now all we're going to do is we're going to watch what has happened, and he's going to do a time lapse and show you how much territory has been taken by the Russians. We're going to go over that. I'm going to get what Gonzalo Lira said, and then we'll go ahead and close.
And if we go back and we just look at the last few days of what has happened, and again, pay attention to this area here. As we just go back, you can kind of see what has happened over the course of the last few days. And this is about a week. So not a good sign for the Ukrainians to continue to hold on to Bakhmut. I'd also talked about the possibility that the Ukrainians don't have the ability to get out of Bakhmut, to withdraw from Bakhmut. Now, we've seen some new video intel that adds validity to that scenario. Again, meaning the Ukrainians don't have the ability to withdraw from the Bakhmut area of operations. If we look at some of the video that has been released, you can clearly see that Ukrainian convoys that have been geolocated along various routes in and out of Bakhmut have been utterly obliterated by Russian strikes.
Okay, now with that being said, it's easy to see that Russia's dominating, right? This was a big battle, and the Ukrainians put a lot of money and weaponry into this battle. They got their ass wiped right here. So, what makes you think now that they can galvanize and then go down into Crimea and win at any level? They can't do it. All right. And to even try would only start a nuclear war. So, this is pretty much a moot point. You understand? That's moot. So, this conflict, this theater, is going to go cold because the so called Ukrainian offensive, spring offensive, is to try to go in to Crimea. And if they can't even pull this off, right, how are they going to go into Crimea? Right? Oh, with NATO and the EU and da 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 da. No, no. That's not what it says right here. Okay? There's no time for playing games. Not when what does this say? What is uh Israel doing right now? Did Israel launch on Syria last night? Let's see. Let's get that. Israel attacks Syria. Last night. Let's see what this said. 14 hours. Rockets launched from Syria. Israel. Rockets launched from Syria. Yeah, you're going to say that. One day, Israeli warplanes drop bomb Lebanon and Gaza. We all know this already. Israeli targets Syria with strikes and artillery fire after rocket launches from Syrian territory. Here's the news. Okay? This is the latest news. 9 hours ago, 6 hours ago. Here's the latest news. Right? What does this mean? Israel targets Syria with strikes. What happened uh, when this was about a week, 2 weeks ago, when Iran was launching uh, missiles on United States targets in Syria? This is the target. This is where this thing is going. I, the Most High, God, said he will gather the armies of the world into the valley of Yehoshaphat, not in the South China Sea, not in Eastern Europe, in the Ukraine, okay? But here, here's the story. In the Middle East, Syria, here's the fight, okay? 1 month, 4 hours. Israel hits targets and wait a minute. As what? Tensions escalate. As tensions escalate. So did okay, Alexa aftermath. Israel strikes Syria. Okay. How about this? U.S. sends what? Nuclear sub to Middle East. What about this? One day ago, U.S. Navy deploys nuke submarine in Middle East as tensions with Iran peak. Here's the story. 3 hours ago, rare U.S. Navy move. Nuclear submarine deployed in the Middle East. Iran tension, Suez Canal. Here's the story. Okay? Not what's going on over here. This is dying down. Russians got it on lock. Okay? But what are they pushing right now? What are they pushing today? They're not pushing the Middle East. They're pushing this. Act now. China is taking Taiwan. Is China about to invent that? This is nothing. This is a nothing burger. Here's what they're pushing today. A couple of hours ago. Okay? Wild goose chase. Where is this at? Where's this? Okay? Right? You got to stick to the script. What does the script say? I will gather the armies of the world into the Middle East. Well, what's going on in the Middle East? Well, let's see. 3 hours ago, 6 hours ago, right? Where'd that go? All right. Nuclear submarine. In where? The Valley of Yahushua. Here's the real war. This is the final battle. So we got to watch for this to heat up. Okay, what's going on the Temple Mount? What's going on in Israel proper right now? Okay, well, the dragons of Arabia are coming together. Coming together with who? Let's get that. Let's get the dragons. Okay, the dragons of Arabia are coming together with who? The Carmanians. Okay, where's behold? Behold an horrible vision. Right here. This is 2nd Ezra 15 and 28. Behold an horrible vision and the appearance thereof from the east, where the nations of the dragons of Arabia, the Arabs, shall come out with many chariots, and the multitude of them shall be carried as the wind upon the earth, that all they which hear them may fear and tremble. Also, the Carmanians, the Iranians, the Persians, raging in wrath, shall go forth as the wild boars of the wood, and with great power shall they come and join battle with them. With who? With the dragons of Arabia. All right, so you got the Saudi Arabians who just defected from their pact with the U.S., right? Coming together with who? Iran. Okay, so when we go back here, where's the story? U.S. Navy deploys nuke submarine in the Middle East as tensions grow with the Carmanians. And where in the Middle East? Where the Arabs are. The dragons of Arabia together with the Carmanians. Here's the story right here. What nuke submarine? This is the one that they don't have control over. You understand? Whatever dog and pony show is going on in Eastern Europe, right? That's a distraction. See, because these dragons of Arabia, they're not playing. They're mad as hell. They're so mad that they will fight you with rocks and sticks. They will throw them at them tanks, at them airplanes. Now they got some firepower and some money because Saudi Arabia got the money. Iran got them weapons. What do you think is about to go on? Here's the story. All right. Here's the script. Here's the story. All right. So don't be fooled by this little Chinese and Southeast Asia, South China Sea little thing. You understand? Now, this is today. 3 hours ago, read the headline: U.S. Navy moved nuclear submarine deployed in the Middle East. Tension in Iran, Suez Canal, the Middle East. All right? So keep your eye on that. Everything else is just a diversion. Yes, it is Slovakia. Yes, it is World War III, right? But here's where the great judgment. There will I judge them. Judge who? The armies of the world, the nations. All nations will be judged in the valley of Yehoshaphat, the Middle East. All right, so we'll end it right there. All right. Hey, stay frosty. Stay alert. All right. You brothers and few sisters, the hopeful elect. With that, we're going to say shalom.